hold up before, then you can do it again. It's repetition.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jawanza Joseph, Mr. I Am a Voice, coming to you live today. As you can see, we are here at it again with Preston Wasson, owner of YE, in other words, Young Executive. From the last interview, y'all, if y'all haven't checked it out, please make sure you go to YouTube, type in G.B.L Network, and you will see that nice, long, powerful, inspirational interview by Preston and I, where we talked about business, we talked about life, we talked about everything. So first question, man, what are some new things that YE is up to?
Last 6-7 months, man, it's been a long 2017, you know what I mean? But, you know, we kept it moving, kept it pushing. And coming up October 22nd, we actually got a kids fashion show. It's gonna be pretty dope.
How is YE being effective in the community?
Right now, you know, it's election season, which is crazy because you got all these people going crazy about you know, who's gonna be the next mayor, who's gonna be on the city council, who's this, who's that. And where me and my partner hit them at is before anybody even got involved, before the campaign started, we did a forum.
Okay.
YE and ICTV did a forum at the library.
Okay.
Invited them all, and we had them out there asking them the hard questions and put them on the spot. So then they realized, oh man, these people out here really paying attention now. So we woke a bunch of people up.
Elaborate a little bit more with us about what is Young Executive.
Oh man, we're just an organization. I mean, whether it's me or whether it's me and 10 of my friends, it's gonna be the same thing at all times, which is we're just trying to raise awareness in the community about business, education, and culture. And we're gonna do that through music, we're gonna do it through clothes, fashion, you know, small events, sports, anything we can do. And we're still gonna be us at the same time, so it's not like we're trying to, you know, do something. We ain't doing it for popularity. We really trying to wake people up and still be ourselves at the same time. We're gonna fly, we're gonna have fun. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna be laughing. We're gonna get the pictures taken. We're gonna eat good, just like we would do on any other day. That's what all our events are about. That's what
This is Preston Wasson, or owner of Young Executive, and we want to know how long you've been doing this business. What is the growth so far from the last interview that we did? How things has grown, what was some pros, what are some cons, what has happened since the last interview that we had here?
Well, from the beginning, man, I had the business, got the business license, got everything situated as far as that went. And I mean, I've seen a whole lot, so now we got the confidentiality agreements. We got all kinds of stuff. We got to get the invoices and things like that, because, you know, it got real.
That's
you know
what's
what
up.
I mean?
That's what's up.
You know, like I say, whether it's me or whether it's 15 of us, we still gonna be here. And I just gotta keep all my ideas, you know, keep everything moving. Like, I don't care, I can tell you everything we're gonna do. But like Michael Jordan said, you can tell them exactly what you're gonna do, but they can't stop it. They can't do it like you. They can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just gotta keep it moving, man.
That's what's up, man.
That's what we are.
I want to know, and I want you to share to the people again, who is Preston Wasson? And what is Preston Wasson's purpose on this earth based off of him using YE?
That's weird. I wasn't ready. Nah, for real, man. Preston Wasson, I'm a kid from Statesville, from Belmont, grew up in Belmont. And that's the project, so we moved to North Ardell district, so then I went to North Ardell, so therefore, that's where I get my balance at. That's why I can talk to you, that's why I can talk to anybody from any hood or any lawyer, any preacher, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty well-rounded when it comes to that. So, right now, with YE, like I said, what I'm really trying to do is just raise awareness in the hood, in the community, and raise awareness among people in the suburbs that really look at us and think, what, they just dug in, they rappers, they this, they that. That's all they see. Baggy clothes, fitted hats, you know what I mean? But once they hear you talk, once they see you speak, and once they look at your resume and see what you've done, they gotta respect it. They're gonna look at you different.
That's right.
And that's what we gotta demand, because they gonna do whatever they want to do unless they See, then now we gotta respect these people.
A place where, where we live, Statesville, North Carolina, it's a small city. Word get around fast. And when you live in a city that is small and the word get around fast, and if you're doing something positive, you're doing something negative, I tell you, people gonna know, people gonna find out. But in this case, the things that he has went through and things that he is still going through, it allowed him to be a successful businessman. Not only a businessman, but y'all, he's also a rapper. He's also a songwriter. I'm happy that me or G.B.L are here to film, because this is a monumental moment that we are at right now. And hey, like I said, I'm excited. Y'all know how it go. I can talk all day long. How did Young Executive get to where he's at today?
Just staying persistent, staying at it, keeping it hot, as we like to call it around these parts. You know what I mean? What I mean by keeping it hot is always having something, you know what I'm saying, always working, always having that next move that we're about to do. Like coming up in November, we actually going to Spelman. So we're taking a group of kids down there in November. You know what I'm saying? To do a tour of the Black College. Just to let them know it's bigger than Statesville.
Yeah.
It's real out there. We haven't put the word out yet.
Okay.
That's gonna be something we got coming up, and my testimony is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got so many stories, and like so much stuff has changed from death to marriage breaking up, and I can go on and on and on. And I'm not afraid to tell my story, because if I don't tell my story, somebody gonna try to tell it for me. That ain't how it goes. I'd rather y'all let me speak on that.
I'm telling you, man. What is the grind to being an entrepreneur in Statesville?
I mean, I'm learning a whole lot more about that now, especially with all the politics going on. I'm learning a lot of people, things that's going on, why we don't have a mall here. I learned why some of the ordinances, like why certain restaurants don't come here. If a sign is too big, Statesville won't let them come here. Like, what? So, like, the grind is crazy. It ain't real easy being an entrepreneur anyway. You know what I'm saying? You never clock out. Sometimes you never sleep because you just want that dream or that goal to come through. You're just chasing it non-stop, steady chopping it. Then you got all the extra distractions that come from this way, come from that way. You got people, you got all kind of things in their jobs. Like you can be working a job, and then that will affect how you handle your business, because you really can't put enough time into your own goals, because you gotta go work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. So it's like you gotta make a decision. And then I remember last year when I was working at the spot I was working at, and they was having all them problems in Charlotte with the riots. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? We at work and it's mad tension in there. You got white folk looking at black folk funny, black folk looking at white folk. And it's just like, yo, it's real out here. So that really made, I had to make up my mind right there too. I really gotta take this YE thing serious and really take it to the next level and get the contracts, like y'all said, y'all can with G.B.L. So that's real. And I think all the kids and all people need to really focus up on being your own boss, being an entrepreneur.
It's a grind, y'all. It's a grind to be able to have your own business, especially at the age that you're at. You know, a lot of young people, because you about, what, 29?
Yeah, I'll be 30, October 28th. Taking orders now, 10-piece hot wings. I can sit up here, pick a day in October, you can just send it to the crib.
One thing about life that I'm learning, I'm 23 years old. I just turned 23, September the 12th, man. So, and like I said, my testimony, man, is phenomenal, man. God has been good to me. I know the last interview that we had, man, I was sharing some nuggets with you. And based off of those nuggets, man, how has those nuggets helped you to continue pushing the things that you're doing?
I mean, honestly, bro, I feel everything you're saying. The person you with gotta really be 100 with you, eye to eye with it. And as a businessman, you have to also know how to balance work and home. And honestly, that's where I kind of blurred the lines at, because I was going so hard to the point where I would get home and I ain't want to talk. I didn't know how to balance it out.
Yeah.
I really wanted it so bad, and so much was going on in my life. That's how I kept myself busy. So I was always in YE meetings and doing this, that, and third. So, you know what I mean? I kind of neglected my relationship for my business, and that's not good. You can't balance it out. You need to step back from it all, reevaluate your game plan, reevaluate how you move, and then come back the way. So, I mean, that's just part of the testimony right there. I made sacrifices, and I did it for YE, but at the same time, you don't want to hurt anyone, you don't want to hurt your business, you don't want to hurt your family members, and I've done a little bit of all that.
A lot of entrepreneurs ask that question, why me? You know what I'm saying? Well, why not you? Many times as a believer, as a Christian, we ask that question, why me? Well, why not you? You're the one that wants to change. You're the one that wants to bring the things to your community to where things can be transformed and be different and be made new. So why not you? You know what I'm saying? That's more so why you're doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you're going through hell and high waters, if you got situation after situation, if you got, you know, problem after problem, hurdle after hurdle, whatever it stands in your way to keep you from progressing, that's only a distraction. And you can't allow the distractions to cause you to stop, cause you to quit. Because if you, I'm telling you, if you quit today, you'll quit tomorrow. If you quit tomorrow, you'll quit the next day. And if you quit the next day, man, you're gonna be quitting forever. Joe, we are two entrepreneurs in Statesville, North Carolina.
Bro right here. Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I don't look at myself as a competition to him, and I'm sure he don't look at me as a competition as well, man. We just two entrepreneurs trying to make a difference in the ways that God is using us, and on the avenues that God has us on is a reason why he's into the clothing business and the music business, and the reason why I'm into the fashion business myself. So we gotta first figure out what is our purpose in life. What gives us that reason to want to get up in the morning and go to work? You know, is it just because that you gotta make money, you gotta keep your lights on, you gotta eat, you gotta live? What is that reason? Because if you don't have a reason to why you don't get up in the morning, and legit reason to why you don't get up in the morning to put more time and energy and efforts towards your future, then you're really wasting your time. Don't just exist, but live. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through the struggles. The struggle's gonna come through every angle, every corner, but that is not for you to give up. That is not for you to quit. That is not for you to throw in the towel. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be unshakable, unmovable, always abounding. You gotta be steadfast. You gotta be playing like the rivers of water. You know what I'm saying? Like he talk about foundation. Your foundation has to be solid. I mean, you have to have something built up under your foundation that keeps you grounded, that keeps you rooted, that keeps you from being, that keeps you from falling.
There you go, spitting again. Here you go. He getting hot. Here you go. That's true though. You gotta.
I'm telling you, man. So Preston, man, before we end it, man, anything else you want to share to the people? Anything.
I mean, first of all, I heard you speaking about what's your why, what's your reason. My 7-year-old daughter, man, I want her to be able to keep this YE thing going. She's definitely a young executive. She got it. She already writes. She already dances and sings. She already got it. It's in her genes. You know what I mean? So that's really my motivation every day. And all my music come back to it. I got like 200, 300 songs, maybe ain't made a dime off one of them, but I know one day she's gonna go back and listen to all of them. So I'm just being proactive in my beat and I'm writing. So it's really all for her. That's the common denominator, is family. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's kind of hard to talk to people, so that's what I do. I write. That's how I get it in. I write. I know I'm a writer. You know what I mean? So it ain't even gotta be all about music. And that's how this grew from starting from music. Man, my partner just needed somewhere to go. Perform at. We ain't had no way to perform at, so we had to, be creative and find different places to go do this, that, and the third at. So started with the t-shirts, they grew into more shirts and more sweaters, more hoodies. It was just natural evolution. And then, you know, all the stuff that's going on in the world with politics. I mean, once we, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I'm on the pursuit of peace right now. I've been saying it to myself, I want peace so bad. So I know I gotta change so much, so many habits I gotta let go of. Like I said, forget the bottle, stop drinking the liquor. You know what I mean? That ain't easy, but you know what I'm saying? Turning up the way we have fun, we celebrate every little thing we do. And that's one thing that I'm big on, appreciating the small things, the details. A lot of things get, you know, ignored, and we're moving so fast and trying to do so much, and we're in this small town. And we're thinking so big, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff we want to do, you know what I mean? Then how you gonna be living fast in a small city? Somebody gonna get stopped by the cops. We moving fast, we doing this, that. We just going hard. And we trying to keep the city lit, trying to keep it fun, and making sure people got something to do. And just trying to get away from all the negativity. So we always trying to stay creative. And we got all the little, you know, stuff going on in the hoods, and we just want to really, like, that's why I don't mind taking the politician to Southside and showing him what it really looked like over there by the Bentley, where the 5th Street Ministries is at. Took my boy Kyle Houston over there and let him see, and he was kind of like, dang, all I knew about Southside was Joe Pfeiffer's. You know what I'm saying? So we took him over there, he seen it, and was, you know, it was a cool experience for him. Just little stuff like that. We're just trying to really, really make a difference and making sure that these people understand what's going on, man. Like with the flag, you know, we all know the problem ain't dude kneeling. It's not about the flag. It's a lot deeper than the flag. It's about brutality and racism and people just living on this in this small little box. Like they don't see what's going on. Like you don't understand. Like people literally probably have grandfathers and uncles that are still extremely racist, but then they'll talk to you like, nah, that's not what's. And then you gotta look at them like they stupid, and then it feel like you're talking to a kid, and then it get blown out of proportion. And you're starting to see who people really are. And I guess in order for things to change, it gotta get bad first. So once it get bad, it's gonna be some people that gotta be there to standing on the front line, ready to help change things and make sure it's some clarity. That's a real big word right there, clarity, because a lot of lines are blurred and people aren't really seeing clear. So that's what we're here to do. Just provide a little bit of clarity, and we're gonna do it like I said with the events, with the clothes, the designs, and all that. We're gonna keep it positive. We're gonna keep it dope. It's gonna be hip hop. It's gonna be godly. All that good stuff is gonna be in there. So it's a win-win situation for everybody involved.
And that's what's up, man. I know you talked about the politics ordeal. I'm not a guy that really get into all that politics because
how I got into that, man. But that just came with it naturally, bro. My bro was like, we gotta get people to vote. How can we help? I'm like, man, I don't know.
Man, to believe it or not, man, everything is politics. You know what I'm saying? Because to be real, politics is only but a bunch of people that's in these political office that have their own opinion. I want to speak about what you was talking about is the racism thing. You know what I'm saying? We are, in a sense, you know what I'm saying, if you really look at it, going backwards instead of moving forward. Because, you know, we got to understand the type of people that we have in place in our office that's causing us or making us go backwards. But let me tell you, we shall overcome. Because you know why? You know, imprisonment is only in your mind. Slavery is only in your mind. I don't care if a white man, you know what I'm saying, is over the job that you work at and he's racist. In spite of how racist he is, love covers a multitude of sins. So continue to show love to him. Continue to show love to her. Continue to show love to them, because in spite of it all, the love and the compassion that you showed to that individual will kill the racist, will kill the discriminating, will kill, you know what I'm saying, the disease and the illness that resides in that particular individual. You know what I'm saying? We have a president.
How we gonna love that man? Let's talk about it.
How we gonna love that man? We have to understand is that number one, you know, President Trump's mind is still in 1950, 60. His mind is still in a racist mindset. You know what I'm saying? This is we're talking about how he was brought up. We're talking about how he was raised. And his mind, and based off how he was taught and how he was brought up, he was taught to do the things that he's doing today and think that is okay. One thing God helped me understand this week is one word: integrity. Integrity. You know what I'm saying? To have integrity doesn't mean that you're not perfect. To have integrity doesn't mean that you don't make mistakes. But to have integrity it means is that in spite of how much mistakes or how many mistakes you make, you know what I'm saying? Be honest.
Yeah.
Be truthful. You know, if you're a racist, you're a racist.
You don't like it. Keep it high with us. Keep it high with us, bro. You don't like it.
Whoever you are is whoever you are. But always remember, based off of the man who created you, that's not who you are, that's what you are. You gotta get in touch with who created you, and that's when you eventually will discover your true identity. Because your true identity is not found on this earth. Your true identity is found through a relationship with God. So until Donald Trump get a relationship with God, I don't care how many churches he go to, until God touches that man's heart, until God touches the hearts of those that are racist, to those that are discriminating, until God touches their heart, they will never change. Because they're not in touch with who they are. They are, you know what I'm saying, so involved in what they are. And with what they are opinionated, they are racist, they are this, they are that. But you can't talk about Donald Trump because we got black people that's doing the same thing to black people. How many people, black people, support other black people? How many? We got all these businesses, but how many support? How many support? And now, like I said, I've been quiet for
real. You can't even get mad at Trump.
You can't get mad at Trump because Trump is only being Trump.
That man telling the truth too. I don't like y'all. He done said everything but that, but he done said it in so many different ways.
In so many different ways. And let me tell you something else about integrity. Integrity, it means that you have character. It means that you have morals. It means that you have standards. You know what I'm saying? Be honest. That's it. That's it, man. You know, the Bible says a good man's steps are ordered by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? A good name is more valuable than treasure, than silver and gold. So I don't care how much you do on this earth. God doesn't look at what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's how you do it. How are you doing it with this name that you have? Everybody calling themselves Christian, but how are they living saved? Don't you realize that based off of how you live, it turns off other people? It causes other people to want to walk away instead of get closer. It causes other people to want to curse God's name instead of bless God's name. And guess what? For every person that did that to someone else, is going to have to take account for it. So don't get mad at Trump because Trump is only doing Trump.
I'm not really sure, man, but I definitely understand.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We get distracted by that. That's what I was getting at, man. We get distracted by that big stuff. And back to my point about pursuit of peace. We don't find inner peace. How we gonna be mad at what they got going on in New York or Florida whenever we got a small town here and people not even paying attention to small town politics? But Donald Trump is all like rah, but we don't have a mall here. There's so much stuff we don't have here that we're trying to get, and the people that are in office here don't want it to be here. Therefore, something has to change, and we need like 500 people to get up and move and go vote. And then even if nothing happens, they're gonna be like, "Yo, this is serious. Let's vote." Like, oh my God, that's scary to them. That thought is pretty scary to them. So, and I think it's gonna happen this time around because we got people going for mayor, we got people going for the city council that are really listening, that are really out here. Ms. Rosita Williams is one of them. Kyle Houston is one of them. These people really see things and they trying to change things. It's crazy to them.
I'm telling you, man.
All those guys, man, it's real.
I'm telling you, man. I know one of them, but G.B.L. That's me. You know, I had a conversation with G.B.L.
Get him on there. He do good.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation. That's actually Gabrielle's cousin.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's her family. Her uncle, by the way. And we actually had a conversation.
It is right.
Yeah. Yeah,
That is right, man.
That's Mr. Mooney's brother.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Boom, it just dawned on me.
And we had a conversation with him at a family gathering, and a very profound dude. You know what I'm saying? Based off of what he's running for, you know, I support him 100%. And another thing I want to talk about, man, based off of this YE and this YE movement, this thing that you're doing, how do you feel about other black people running against other black people that's in for the same position?
Man,
how do you feel about that?
That's where it get kind of rough at. It get kind of tricky right there, because then me being a businessman, I'm not going to step on anybody's toes, because I still have to live here.
Yeah.
And then these people are already probably doing pretty well in life, probably already have businesses and buildings and companies. You don't want to, whenever you have to live in this small town with those people, not necessarily, that's another thing about integrity. It's not like I'm talking to this guy like, yeah, I'm gonna vote for you, I'm telling my people to go vote for you. It's not like that with me. I'm telling all of them. I'm giving y'all a platform to speak on so that people can go and vote and see for themselves with a clear mind. So when it comes to all the black guys running, I think there's more black folk running this time than this has probably ever been in the Statesville. I think it's like 3 or 4 running for city council, and we got running for mayor, so that's huge, like history. If people, you know what I'm saying, really wanted to be a change, pay a little bit more attention and see like, oh man, October 7th, October 10th it is, and they got that early voting going on right now, October 10th, man. People go out there and actually move, and then they be like, oh man, I remember they were talking about that on the INTL voice, the G.B.L, while he was, you know, speaking highly of this town, because if people actually go out and move, it'll really change, it'll really transform, and boom, that's us, you know what I'm saying, pushing something positive. And at the same time, if it happens, and we're sitting here talking about it today, raising awareness, which is what YE is all about, raising awareness about business, community, well, business, education, and culture in the community. So that's politics is nothing but business. And that's education, knowing who's who, knowing what's going on, man. Because if we don't, they got like $93 million they playing with. Word, that's the budget, $93 million, and none of it is being dispersed into, you know what I'm saying, we ain't seeing it, we don't feel it. I ain't even know that. But that's as part of being educated on what's going on right here under our nose. But yeah, Trump, they right here playing with $93 million. So
it's crazy.
we gotta be effective. You got some of those white folks that really can relate to us, and really don't mind coming to where we are and talking to us, and really don't mind helping us, man. A guy named Roger, man, I'm telling you, that man really supports YE and likes what we doing, and it just screwed me off because
Roger who?
It's like he get it. Roger Segrist.
Right, Roger Segrist.
Segrist, I think. Good dude, man. And I mean, not to take anything away from Miss Doris Allison, because she was the most passionate people running for office. And then we got a white man running against this black woman that's from the hood. But then you got this white guy to come in that kind of, you know what I'm saying, he's brought businesses to the hood. So
he has some gear with us, man. Some YE gear. This is some of his new gear. You can go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
This is some of his new gear that he has.
Well, I mean, the same classic logo. You know, we do the chest pieces. And it gotta have the gold on it. It's real godly with the gold. I like to say it's 24 karat, you know what I mean? But really, what this symbolizes is just, you know, life. It's chess. It's the game we playing out here. If you're not 2 steps ahead of people, you know what I mean? You're gonna get trumped. For lack of a better word. All right, and then right here, the jungle hoodie. That's what I like to call it, because, you know, we got the lions, we got the tiger, we got the wolf, and all those people come from different backgrounds. But If they all had to click up and be on the same team, that's pretty much where we are now. A whole bunch of people coming from different backgrounds that need to act like these animals do because they survive. All they know is survive, bro.
What's up?
That's all they know is survive and eat and feed their family. And that's what we all doing. We gotta
what we
realize black, white, yellow, orange. I mean, it really don't matter. It's all about we all hungry. So, and rich people don't care about nobody that they don't care what color you are. If you can't benefit them, if you're not wealthy, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Therefore, we gotta understand how they move. They stick together, man. You see the ducks flying, they be together.
Yeah.
But if they all had to click up with hawks and ducks and all kind of other things that fly out here, I'm pretty sure they will manage to get it done in order to survive. So
I'm telling you, man.
Same concept, and that's what I do the fashion for because it's all going to be a message in every piece of clothing that we sell.
That's what's up, man. I know we got another piece back here.
Yeah, we still got the classic, man. Painting for one of my partners. She made it for me, and I just keep it right there in the studio so I can look at it, give me inspiration at all times. And I got another one, my cousin Drew. Shout out to Nautica Goodson. She put it down for me. I know a lot of great artists, man. It's art, man. Life is so artistic, and the more you get into it, the more fun it is, bro. The more we just keep painting pictures and tie things together. We got a lot of music, and I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to G.B.L.
Man, I'm telling you, man, this is, like we said, y'all, this is not a business, it's a ministry. You know what I'm saying? We're working together, ministries collabing together. You know what I'm saying? G.B.L, I am a voice, YE, young executive. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, this is a ministry. You know, God has given each and every last one of us a ministry, not a business. So this is why we are at this moment right now where, you know, we can have owners, we can have disciples. Because, you know, I ain't gonna call this man an owner, he's a disciple. I mean, we have disciples, we have leaders. You know what I'm saying? Like I myself and my man Preston can just come on camera and don't care about, you know what I'm saying, time. You know, sometimes, man, you giving your time to people is all that they need. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about no money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about nothing else but time. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this thing behind Gab, and it says love is patient, love is kind, love never fails. You know what I'm saying? When you show love to those that are hurt, you know what I'm saying, it does something not only to that person that you're showing love to, but even to you. So we got to learn how to practice in being more loving and being more caring, and stop so much worrying about how much money you're making. Stop worrying about politics, who's going to win this. Stop worrying about that. Stop worrying about who's going to be first, who's going to be second. You know what I'm saying? Because truth of the matter is we all have an issue. We all have a problem. We all have struggles. We all have something that we need to be talking about and it's not talking about. And sometimes you need the right people and the right person to talk to so you can let it out. So, hey, man. I ain't gonna keep it going, man, because you know I can. But hey, this is gonna conclude today's interview, man. Thank you once again, Preston, for allowing us to be able to have this once again, man. And yeah, man, I enjoy coming in and talking to you, man.
Yeah, it always got realer this time.
I'm telling you, man.
That sweat ain't from the light this time. That's real perspiration.
To your hand, man. You know what I'm saying, making waves out of nowhere, man. So, you know, he ain't leaving until you get what you need from him. You know, he's here for a reason. God is in your presence, in your home right now for a reason. When we leave out, man, or we can start whatever you want to do, God is in your life for a reason. What you want God to do for you. And I ain't talking about making you a successful entrepreneur. I'm not talking about blowing up young executive. I'm talking about what is it that Preston Wasson, the man of God, the leader, the spiritual leader, the disciple, the God, what is it that you want from him to do for you? Hey y'all, man, this your boy Joseph, Mr. I Am a Voice, coming to you straight from, I'm gonna call this the booth, the studio, the Young Executive Studio. Hey man, it's been real, it's been lovely. I enjoyed it, and hey, stay tuned.